and getting massages. It's for like I don't know, like a certain kind of like rich guy. Like, why do they think that like getting them? It's like getting a massage. Like, I mean, that's the perfect that's the perfect way to escalate. You know, like a sexual relationship with a woman. Like getting a fucking massage. I don't. It's just
Because
like
well, like,
okay,
all the last porn they saw that had adults in it was, like, softcore from 1987.
did they all get the same manual or something? It really is like written by
I
vigilantes,
think it's
probably.
it's like they're basically like their attempt to sexually dominate is just an extension of their, relationship to everyone they interact with. A power dynamic defined by them being the purchaser of their labor, right? Be it like waiters or drivers or chauffeurs or anybody. This is just the most intimate one of those, right? Like they're actually touching your body. So that means it's the shortest jump to, hey, grab my dick. Hey, let's do something sexual. It's the smallest amount of escalation necessary to take that like relationship and extend it into like physical exploitation, which is what they get off on. Having sex is boring. Having sex when someone doesn't want to have it, that's
Mm.
also an example of your power. And that makes it more intense. They're sickos, folks. These people are sick.
Yeah, but it's also, like, the least creative, like, Showtime scenario.
Well, yes, they're also absolute dullards. I mean, that's the thing. It's like it's the path of least resistance.
Yeah. It's like the only non-porn stuff they've watched is,
Yeah.
like, a movie starring Shannon Tweed, and they're like, "Oh, that's how I'll do it. That's how I, like, fuck a woman."
Intimate encounters.
Yeah.
Red Shoe Diaries. I fucking hate Teslas, man. Like I'd never been in one until we were in Austin, but like I've never felt less safe being in a car because like they're like I don't think that like exiting an automobile should have like the same feel as like trying to like I don't know open an app on my phone or it's just like the
Yeah.
Bluetooth isn't connecting or something like
I saw a thing today or yesterday since that, like, Tesla blew up that was like, oh, actually there like is an escape hatch for the Tesla. There's like a manual escape hatch. It's behind the secondary speaker. And you just you just have to like solve a puzzle that has a rage comic in it while your car is filling with smoke to get out.
they're bad. They're bad folks and everyone who drives them are equally bad. But yeah, like just expect a Black Rifle Coffee Company recently. So like basically like this came to light because a guy basically like this guy I'm looking at this thing. It says 1791 management sends letter to Black Rifle Coffee Company demanding they brew up an action plan to address serious allegations of corporate governance failures and code of conduct violations. And the letter was written by this guy named Jonathan Wallentine, who basically he seems like a crank who writes letters to companies that he owns shares in or something like that. But he may be right in this case. Just a brief thing about about Jonathan. He wrote another letter to a California solar powered company named Heliogen, and he's sort of a he claims that he has a degree in what is known as pure mathematics, which is not a distinction
Fish
that
scale math.
yeah, not a distinction that his alma mater makes. He's a pure mathematics expert, but you know this guy Walentine may be onto something. He says, "Dear Mister Evan Hafer, this is the CEO of Black Rifle Coffee Company. I regrettably must communicate with you via this public forum because as of recently, it appears you have decided to cease all communications with us. 1791 Management LLC manages certain entities that hold Black Rifle Coffee Company shares. Please do not confuse our stake as a vote of confidence in the company's leadership. On the contrary, in just 3 months of being a public company, in our opinion, you have caused significant harm to your shareholders and military veterans. It is our belief that you may be one of the most dangerous CEOs in America. We have conducted a thorough review of your company, including actions by management and reviews of your SEC filings. Combining this with our numerous conversations with Black Rifle lawyers and executives, we have uncovered what we believe to be the most harrowing strategy to line your pockets at the expense of others. And yes, Chief Legal Counsel and Corporate Secretary Mr. Andrew McCormick, it was us on the phone as you cavalierly described what I would consider a plan to screw over your public shareholders as set forth in more detail below. It is our conclusion that your profiteering at the expense of Americans under the guise of helping military veterans reveals your shameless disregard for our most honorable citizens. Furthermore, we believe your actions as CEO reveals a pattern of gross negligence and dereliction of duty that can expose the company to a tsunami of litigation, which we believe your public shareholders deserve to be made aware of. I'm just skipping ahead here to the end of this open letter that Mr. Walentine has read. He says here, on a deeply personal level, adding insult to injury, my own military veteran father is one of your victims. Okay, this is one of my favorite types of guys.
Yeah.
The children of veterans who are stealing their own parents' military valor because their dad served in the Cold War.
Well, this guy's like a hedge fund manager, right? Which, first of all, if you're a hedge fund manager who took a position in Black Rifle, like, I mean, who are you crying to? You really wrote your own tragedy here. But if he's a hedge fund manager, his dad served in like the Spanish-American War. His dad like got to take doubloons home from the war. I'm not really like sad for him.
So yeah, he says here, unlike he goes, my own military veteran father is one of your victims. Unlike you, though, he served his country with honor. He has a CIB and was awarded a Purple Heart, Bronze Star Medal, Army Commendation Medal, Air Medal, and lost his leg.
I don't hear a combat medal in there, so that just means he had an accident or he has diabetes.
You can get a Purple Heart for doing some shit to yourself, like walking into a trench accidentally breaking your leg.
Sounds like he was a victim of the great soldier Sarah Lee. Sounds like she took another American life.
After hearing your story about supporting veterans, he purchased Black Rifle stock and subsequently lost 60% of his value. Now he dubs you Crooked Hafer and would love nothing more than to see you exposed for the criminal he believes you to be. Odds are
what a bad dad. He like this fucking oaf who like lost his leg by accident while serving in Frankfurt, Germany, is like, hey, I know you're busy with your hedge fund, but could you like take over the coffee company that I like lost my war bonds in? I lost my war bond interest in because like I felt some kinship with him as a veteran. Can you just make this the entire focus instead of being Bobby Axelrod?
My dad served in the bonus army. He goes, now he dubs you Crooked Hafer. I mean, again, just ripping off Trump. I mean, very, very low energy there. Crooked Hafer, and would love nothing more than to see you exposed for the criminal he believes you to be. Odds are that any money Black Rifle donated to military veterans is much less than what they probably lost in your stock. Personally, I'd be fearful if I were you. Executives have gone to jail for breaking securities laws. Really? Like,
not really anymore.
Recently? Like, I don't know. When was the last time that happened? Black Tuesday?
Yeah, like Enron is like the last one I can think of. I mean, they said the Quest Communications guy to jail, but that was more because he wouldn't just like give the NSA tons of metadata.
He closes the letter by saying, what I'm about to say may seem a bit harsh, Mr. Hafer, but I said with some authority. If you don't plan on responding to my letter and are promptly preparing an action plan, then I believe it's best you wind down Black Rifle Coffee, return what public money is left on the company's balance sheet, and retreat to whatever bunker you came out of. To do what you do best. Donate money to the Democratic Party and smear conservatives as racists. The irreparable damage I believe your greed likely caused shareholders will never be repaid. We and veterans like my father, former customers and shareholders, must hold you accountable for any further exploitation of Americans for your personal gain. Very truly yours, Jonathan Walentine.
Okay. So this is. I was afraid for a second that this guy was a woke capitalist. This is an anti-woke hedge fund. Okay. I take everything back.
Yeah, I think you'll remember from like this is I don't know like last year or something like the Evan Hafer guy. He had to do some press because his coffee was becoming coffee and their merchandise was becoming popular among sort of I don't know, like white nationalists wannabe paramilitaries. So he was just like, "Hey, can we chill on all the politics and just can you just enjoy a Sig Sauer dark roast or like
I remember that. He was like, "Hey guys, can we take it from a Groiper down to a Pepe? We go down one frog here, guys."
Well, I mean, shit. Like, I mean, he still got a $7.3 billion valuation on his company. And when I first read this story, I was like, God damn! I was like, how do you fuck up running a coffee company that bad? You're selling an addictive product that like most American adults use daily. But the thing is, like, I got it wrong because this is the opposite of fucking up. Like he's killing it. And looting and taking money from veterans. So I mean, shit. Like, what could be better?
Well, the guy's saying that he cheated veterans because like the stock went down, which it like holy shit. Veterans cry about like everything. It's a bit like they think that they deserve like an FDIC where they never lose money on the stock market. It's incredible.
Well, they
Yeah.
served our country, Felix.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're the dumbass who thought, oh, Troop branded coffee is gonna someday compete with fucking Starbucks because of how much everyone loves the troops. So they're gonna want to drink their coffee. Like a fucking child thinks something like that. That's not their fault that you believed it.
Well, yeah, and Starbucks is the Troop branded coffee.
Exactly. It's like they've got everything. This is a niche product for fucking political dorks and tryhards. And the idea, and so once you see it get a certain point, you shouldn't expect, oh, that's going to just keep going up, up, up. You should think, let me get out as soon as possible. Which is why I can't really fault the CEO dude. Like if you're just watching as people keep bidding up this fucking stock price, and you're still just a fucking coffee company that has like cool names for the brand, like a civilian massacre dark roast or whatever the fuck, and you think that's cool. You're gonna get out as soon. You want to get the money out because you know it's not gonna last. So what else are you supposed to do? Just go down with the ship for no reason?
Yeah.
I knew it was a bad sign for Black Rifle Coffee Company when like they tried to, sort of branch out with their Me Lie macchiatos, and it
Yeah.
just didn't catch on.
Eddie Gallagher